K-1 friends, I just wanted to let you know that I've decided to make a change. I know you've been building your new houses for the Three Little Pigs out of cardboard, but I've noticed that we've had some challenges doing that. One of the challenges is that it's really kind of tough for you guys to saw, and it's taking longer than I would like, and I want to make sure you have time to finish your houses. Another one of the challenges that I've noticed is that sawing a straight line is really difficult, and most teams are finding that their lines are not straight enough, and then their walls are not straight enough to make sure that they keep the wolf out. So we're going to change. We're going to use the tag board. The tag board is the stuff that looks like a file folder. And you've had it in the room all along. Some of you have used it a little bit, some of you haven't started with it yet, but it's more like cutting paper, and I think this is going to be easier. It's also strong enough that it will keep the wolf out. We also talked about drawing straight lines, and to draw a straight line, we talked about using another piece of tag board so that you could line it up and take your pencil and move your pencil right down along the side and end up with a straight line. So I want to make sure that you remember that that's a really good idea for keeping your lines straight so that you can make the shapes that you want for the houses. You can make angles just by turning the page. So depending on what shape you want your house to be, you can use the tag board to help you make the shapes that you want. I also wanted to let you know that you can put the tag board together in a bunch of different ways to help you put together your houses. So I have a poster on my card. It shows cardboard, but it works just as well with tag board. You can cut little lines, and then each tab you bend a different way. So one this way, one this way, one this way, one this way. And then when you set it down, it will stand up on its own. You can then tape those so that it's more secure and your wall stands up nicely. Another way is to use tape. And to use the tape, I take one and I'm going to stand the other one up on top. Do you see how it's not quite at the edge? I put the tape halfway on this piece and it's halfway hanging off, and then I'm just going to stand it up on this piece and push it down. If I want it to be a little straighter, I can use a piece of tape on this side, and that's going to help me get a nice strong wall. I can also punch a hole using a hole punch there on the side of my cart. I can punch a hole in pieces of paper and then line the holes up, and I can use a brass fastener to go in between. I just put it in, and then I'm going to pull the two legs of it apart so that they're flat, and then I have something that is going to allow some movement. This might not be great for building your house, but if you need it for building your house, you can do that. Remember, we talked about not just picking the thing that looks interesting, but picking the thing that will keep the house strong and keep the wolf out. Another thing that you can do is to take two pieces that are the same size of tag board. I had put mine together, and then I drew a line and I cut about halfway into the tag board. And when I do this, I can take one piece, I can flip it upside down, and I can put it in to the other piece, and it's going to let it stand up. And you can see when I hold it this way, you can see that I can kind of create some angles and some walls. I can make the line closer to the end, I can make it closer to the middle, that's my choice, but that's another way that I can get things to stand up. And the last way I'm going to show you, it's another one, I'm not sure if it's the best for your current project, but it's one you might use later on. And it's one that, again, I use the hole punches and then I cut pieces of pipe cleaner and tie them. The tricky part with this is that I need to make sure that my papers are sitting the way that I want. So you can see I made them like a wall, and where the angle would meet on a wall. and then I put the pipe cleaner through and twisted it. If I make it flat like a book and twist the pipe cleaner, I'm probably not going to be able to open it without ripping the tag board, and that would be a problem. So those are some ideas that might help you as you build. I know some of you are probably disappointed that the cardboard saws won't be here and that you won't have cardboard today. I'm sorry about that. If you have cardboard and you want to use it, you can use any pieces of cardboard you currently have. You just cannot use more. We need to finish our houses before Thanksgiving, and I need to make sure that you guys have the time that you need to actually be able to build the houses. So those are the reasons that Mrs. Kraft made the decision that she did. Have fun working today, and I can't wait to see what your houses look like when I get back.